Welcome back to the Soul Food Podcast. I'm Michael Vakelic.
And I'm Shannon Meyer. Together we share insights and conversations to help you cultivate joy, peace, and prosperity while unlocking your limitless potential.
Yes, get ready for a transformative journey filled with laughter, strategies, and lively discussions that will inspire you to thrive in every area of your life. Good morning, Jeanette.
Hello, good day, Michael.
Oh, yes, it's already afternoon by you.
Yes,
Right.
yes, but it's beautiful to be able to connect with you on the other side of the Atlantic, no matter,
Yes.
no.
Yeah, and I can see it's very sunny there. It's
Well,
like it's sunny,
there's a lot of light, but no, it's not sunny. It's rainy
not
today.
sunny.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we just had some rain yesterday, rained all day, so it's still clearing up, but I'm sure the sun's going to come out.
For sure, it will. It will. It's so beautiful. Yeah.
So we were just talking about before we decided to get started. We were talking about how things can come along and challenge us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all part of the process, isn't it?
Yes, yes. It's a part of the growth.
Yes.
Yes.
We have to, well, sometimes it's easier said than done to embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word I was going to use. Yes.
Yes, it's
And
easier said than done. But what I love, what I love about that is that we are able to see it, no? Because
yes,
before, some years ago, many years ago, things happened to me, and I wasn't able to be grateful for that, and to try, well, and to have the intention to find what is for me to learn from it.
right,
And
right.
nowadays, when things happen, I really step back, observe, and say, okay, let's see what is it here for me to learn and for me to grow, because I will grow out of it, and I will learn a lesson that I have to learn in this moment.
And that's so beautiful. It changes our life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when we can stop reacting, and sometimes the urge to react is very strong.
Yes.
But when we can step back and see what's happening and actually become aware of the learning or what we're presenting to ourselves, because we're always, it's always about us, isn't it? It's always about us, but it takes that perspective, and it's good that we evolve to a point where we can look at ourselves and say, okay, what can I take from this? What is the message? What's the learning here? This just raises our consciousness further. So,
Yes, yes, and it's really looking not so much in what is the lesson, but
right,
what am I doing? Who am I now that requires this lesson? No, this yes. Why is this happening to me? That's because something in me is not there yet. No, and it's for me to integrate and to understand that what I'm thinking with my mind not necessarily is what it has to be, because that's why it's happening to me, for instance,
right.
no?
Well, and I like to use the word, uh, see the blessing. There's a blessing
Mm-hmm.
in everything, right? It
Yes.
may not feel like much of a blessing, but there's a blessing in there, right?
Yes, yes,
And
and
when
yeah.
we can actually celebrate that moment,
Mm-hmm.
get to the point where we celebrate that moment, we evolve above it. So we evolve,
Yes.
yeah, so it's great. Then I agree with you. I don't care for the word lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
it can be used, okay?
Yes.
The word can be used. It's fine. But yes, constantly evolving. So, and I have learned because of my upbringing and the, different things that went on to uh, really look at these things that show up from a place of neutrality. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you when you like it or dislike it, you're in duality. Okay. Whatever
Yeah.
the mind likes, there's a dislike. So
Mm-hmm.
there's an opposite always. And this is how the mind works. It flip-flops. It flip-flops from negative to positive, negative to positive. So when we can stay in the heart and choose to be more neutral and take the wisdom from it and see the blessing in it, it's beautiful. I mean, that awareness right there changes everything. So,
Yes.
yep,
Yes. And
beautiful.
we stepped out of the victimhood,
Yes, yes, and
which we were.
it's
No,
big.
yeah.
Victimhood is big. It's there's still a lot of that in society,
Oh,
in
yes,
the
you
world.
see
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and that was one of, I mean, there's still times when I can border on victimhood
Mm-hmm,
when things happen. It's like, why
mm-hmm.
is this, it's really important to see the beauty in the experience,
Yes,
see the blessing in the experience, and choose a different perspective because, as we know, perspective is everything.
yes, yes.
And uh, one of the books I'm reading here lately, and I've read it a long time ago, but I think I needed a refresher.
Mm-hmm. Which one is it?
It's a Return to Love. You remember
Uh-huh.
that? Uh-huh. It's Marianne Williamson wrote it a long time ago. And the first time I read that, it changed my perspective. Huge. Okay. There was a huge shift. And what's really, from all my teachings that I've had over the years,
Mm-hmm.
ancient wisdom says love is the only
Yeah.
thing that's really real in this world. The rest is all made up
Mm-hmm.
by what the mind decides to perceive or how it perceives situations. So,
Yeah.
so the love is what's real.
Yes.
So, and I think we've touched on this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Becoming or being in the place of unconditional love when you're in these situations just helps you to see the blessing, helps you to stay neutral, helps you to stay in a place of learning, right? Of integration. So beautiful. But anyway, it's a great book.
And I love it because for me, love is who we are, no? And for you, and I know. Um, and it correlates a lot with what you're saying, because when we're love, when we are in our essence, it's when we are really able to stay neutral, to be in this place in the now that doesn't interact with duality and all those things. So
Correct.
it's very powerful to be there, to be in the
Absolutely.
heart.
And we've said this before too, which is easier
Mm-hmm.
when someone shows up and has you, at a point of, okay, they shake you a little bit, right? So you could either react or you could come from a place of love. You could see the situation with love. I mean, it's easier to react,
Mm-hmm.
pop off and react, right?
Yeah.
It's easier to do that, but staying in the place of love is beautiful. It is.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes.
and it's amazing. So,
Mm-hmm. It reminds me, your book reminds me of the course of love course, because you have the course in miracles, no? And
yes.
you have the, I have the here, that's why I'm looking. You have the course of love. Yeah. And I love that. I love
I've,
that.
I'm familiar with the Course of Miracles,
But
but
there's a
there's a Course
second.
of Love.
Yes, and it's
Really?
so when I was reading it, it's so many things we talk and we experience, you and me,
Yeah.
and it resonates so strongly. And I was when I was reading, I said, I know that. I have done that. I say that.
Right.
Because when you are
Good.
in love, not when you
Yeah.
experience that part, it's amazing, the expansion. So A Course of Love, beautiful. It's by Marie Petron.
I don't, I've never heard of that. Thank you.
Mhm. It's
Uh,
also like that, big one.
okay. I have to make a note of that
But yes,
one.
we are love.
Have you ever written a book?
If I wrote the book, yes, I wrote two books, booklets, I call them. One
Booklet?
is booklets because it's small.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
actually here. Look, uh, one is the leadership booklet, a
Yes.
leadership philosophy
A
that
philosophy
works,
that works. Yes.
and the other
Okay.
one is living from the inside out, philosophy of life that works. So those are
Look at that. Yeah.
those are
Perfect.
my books, little
Very
ones.
nice. Very nice. Congratulations.
And
Congratulations.
yeah, and I know you also wrote one, no?
I
Oh,
have two books I've
books,
written.
books. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes. Should I show you?
yes, please.
Well, this was the first one, of course. And it was the title came to me a um, in a meditation,
Hmm.
and I was actually creating something for the corporate professional
Hmm.
who's working every day, right? And feels like just a cog in the wheel that,
Hmm.
they're brilliant, they have their talent, they have their gifts, because we all do.
Hmm.
And they go to work every day and, they're working hard and they're making a good amount of money, but something else is calling them, right? So they have this voice that's always
Hmm.
calling them, hey, hey, this was happening to me. Hey, Michael, we got something over here for you. So it was how to let go of the shit show and
Hmm.
get the life you love and live the life you love. Okay, so this was the very first book I wrote,
Very
and
nice, very
it
nice.
it talks about I have a forgiveness process. This is a short forgiveness process
Hmm.
compared to the process I do with clients.
Yeah.
But it's really, yep, it's a great book. And then I just did another one. This
Uh-huh.
was a collaborative effort
I
of
love.
21 experts in their field,
Hmm.
and it's called Cracking the Rich Code.
Uh-huh.
And it was endorsed by Tony Robbins right here.
Uh-huh.
I just
Yes.
got my first copy.
Well
Take some
done.
pictures. But
Congratulations.
yes, I'm in here and I talk about the 4 steps to becoming uh, a divine, empowered, beautiful, successful, amazing
Hmm.
being. Okay. I put it, I forget the exact time. I wrote,
It came from the heart, so you
it
forget the
did.
title.
It did. It came out so
Yeah.
beautifully. It was amazing. Um, the divine code, four
Hmm.
steps to a rich life. That's what,
Hmm.
right there. 4 steps
Hmm.
to a rich life. So I wrote a beautiful chapter on this, and it talks about unconditional love, um, how to embody unconditional love. It
Hmm.
talks about divine intelligence,
Hmm.
and it also talks about here we go. I'm looking at this. I just got it the other day.
Uh-huh.
And, yes, the unconditional love, and then um, divine intelligence, and then science of the mind, of
Hmm.
course, and how to take action with these pieces of wisdom in mind. So
Hmm.
it's a beautiful book, and
Looks
yeah.
very nice.
So Wow, 2 books. There we go.
Yeah,
You wrote
yeah.
2 books. I wrote 2 books. Nice.
No, it's amazing. What I love is what you said, no, that it has been created in collaboration. So each of the authors with a chapter, and for me, that's yeah, co-creation, no? At the end, it's like you and me here in the podcast, co-creation. You in wholeness, me in wholeness, co-creating something together. Whatever it comes out of it, it's divine
Yes,
intelligence.
right. Right. And I love divine intelligence. I mean, it it can change everything. It,
Mhm, mhm.
mhm.
Could you
Um,
explain to the listeners what you think of? What is for you divine intelligence?
it is the ultimate perspective, the ultimate intelligence for life. What I truly believe that each one of us is contributing to divine intelligence
Mhm,
because we are all part of the one. We are all part of our, you can call it a higher self. You can call it, Christ consciousness, uh, God. Um, but we are all contributing to divine intelligence. Every single one of us and what we go through are adding to this divine intelligence, this divine wisdom. Okay. And I believe that God is having this experience through us, okay,
mhm,
through every one
mhm.
of us,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
And God is all
Mhm,
love. So we're being showered with love as we have this
mhm,
experience of as we evolve, okay?
mhm,
So divine intelligence is something we can all access, and it comes through in meditation, it comes through in intuition.
mhm,
So, and there's so many answers that are
mhm,
available to us once we tap into that divine intelligence. So, divine intelligence is all knowing, all seeing, um, beauty, love,
mhm, mhm.
um,
Yeah.
answers,
Mhm.
guidance. I mean, so sometimes it's hard to put these things into words.
Yes.
It's, I mean, it's so all encompassing, if this makes sense.
For me, yes, because I feel it. I know it.
Yeah.
It's this, yeah, it's everything that encompasses us, everything that we are, everything. It's the, like
Yes.
you said, it's the source, it's the creator, is we nurture it through our experiences. It nurtures us through this love and oneness. No, everything is so mixed up because we are one and the same. Everyone. It's infinite. It's yeah.
Well, we are infinite. We're
Yes.
actually infinite. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we chose to have this experience in the body right now in the physical, okay, but
Mm-hmm.
we're infinite. We Our consciousness goes on forever,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who was it that said what is real is something that never changes?
Mm-hmm. I don't
Which
know who said it,
almost,
but yes.
yeah, I can't remember who said it, but
Yes.
um, I think it was one of the Chinese philosophers,
Mm.
Lao Tzu, or
The
what's it?
Latsu. Latsu
Yeah,
Mao, no?
yeah. What's real is what never changes. So, so the all the all the different ways the mind views and sees things, and all the changes that are happening, is all just made up by everybody's thoughts and ideas, and what they believe or perceive. Okay, the rest is just this higher consciousness, this love,
Mm-hmm.
this beauty in the world. So,
Yes. Yes.
um, I mean, it's amazing to know that God is everything. Okay,
Yes.
divine intelligence encompasses everything,
Yes.
everything. So, what do you need to know?
Yes.
Sit back, quiet your mind, ask the question, boom, you have the answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
divine intelligence.
Yes, and that's something that we were talking before also, no? That sometimes our mind is so we're thinking. We are so focused on having outcomes and on working on things, especially if we have projects, we have to,
Right.
and
Yep.
and it's so important to get out, relax a little bit, get out of this push, relax a little bit, and so on, because many times when you do that, you're out of your mind, then divine intelligence kicks in, and you, by intuition or by anything, you grasp an idea or something you haven't been able to think about because you were in the thinking, and then
Right.
you go back and you are even more creative.
Absolutely. And we were talking about this. I get so involved. I mean, we all do, right?
Yeah.
We think we really need to finish this project, and we push and push and push ourselves, and we get all stressed out, and we're thinking more of the outcome instead of being at peace in the
Mm-hmm.
moment and
Mm-hmm.
allowing that beautiful divine intelligence to flow into your life and into what you're doing. Okay. So it's a place of peace as you're doing. So as you get more and more stressed trying to complete your project, you actually lose momentum.
Yes.
So stepping away, finding that peace, letting yourself focus on something new and different, and calming the mind and allowing that intuition to work for you, that it changes everything. You can come
Mm-hmm.
back with a whole new fresh perspective, and you put it all together in 5 minutes. It's like, okay,
Yes.
why was I so upset about this?
Yes, yes.
You
Because
come back 5 minutes,
yeah,
it's done. It's like,
it's done. Yes, because you align to yourself. No, it's like you're saying you let divine intelligence flow in, and when
yeah,
you let it flow in, you flow with it. If you don't stop it with the mind, so you flow with it, and then that's why you're creating it in 5 minutes, what you were not able to create in days because you were so in the mind, not not being able to open up your perception, no, to let it flow in so that you can
this
create
was
from there.
it. I agree with you so much, and this is something I really needed to learn. I'm one of these people who is always
Mhm.
overthinking everything. Okay. So when I can stand up, even if I don't walk out of the room, if I go and sit down, close
Mhm.
my eyes, find my most comfortable chair,
Mhm.
sit down, close my eyes, and stop thinking. Put a little notepad over here or something right next to me. Okay, what am I missing here? All of a sudden, boom, there it is. And you write that, I was like, why didn't I see that before?
Uh-huh. Mm. Yes, yes.
Totally amazing. I mean, and I'm one of these people that, I've always, well, this is a whole nother subject. I won't get into it, but I'm a sensitive person. Okay. I feel things very strongly. Okay. I can feel the energy of people around me. I can feel when somebody's, you know, irritated around me, or when
Mhm.
someone's sad, or when
Yeah,
someone needs a little uplifting. I can feel all of this, right?
yeah.
And this was one of the things when I was a child, it wasn't accepted very easily. So I thought it was something bad. Oh, well, you're a man. You're too sensitive. It's like I heard this for years. So I tried to stifle that. And
Mhm.
now I just let that flow, and it's a beautiful way to interact with the world and pick up on things very easily. So uh, and we all have our gifts. So see it as a gift. See it as a gift. Embrace it as a gift because it is. I mean, but there are times when, wow, I mean, I'll be thinking of something in particular, and tears show up. It's like, wow, what is that? It's just, it's amazing to me. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yes, because you're able to you're so empathic that you're able to put yourself in that just by this.
Yeah.
So you feel it
Yeah.
as if it would be you, or yeah, you feel everything. That's very beautiful. Yeah.
So the people out there that are listening, embrace who you are. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
so important. I mean, uh, the people outside of who you are, they may try to tell you this or that or the other thing about who you are. Just love yourself for being exactly who you are. It's so powerful to
Yes.
use your gifts. You were given these gifts beautifully. So amazing.
Yes.
It's exactly where you should be. Yep. Embrace your gifts. Love yourself. Absolutely. So
Yes. There's nothing wrong with it. There's yeah, like you were saying, those are gifts. It's just changing the perception, the mindset, everything. Those are gifts because everyone is so unique. Everyone is they themselves. And
yeah,
that's a
just think
beauty.
it. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, that's so beautiful. It's such so limitless. So everything when you let it, when you embrace it, you let it go. Your mind let
Uh,
it go. You are embracing it. Then you're able to flow in your limitlessness.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Instead of judging yourself
Mm-hmm.
for years
Mm-hmm.
for not being who you should be, or not being able to show up for exactly who you are. I mean, that's a horrible place to be.
Yes, very bad.
It disrupts, it's like, well, let's see, you end up being quiet. You end up
Yeah.
shutting down. You end up, so it's a very difficult place to be. Um, so it's very important that we learn to absolutely accept ourselves for exactly who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Mm-hmm. So
so
beautiful. Yes,
yeah,
and from your story, because I have friends and myself also very sensitive and empathic, And but
yes,
I've heard them, I don't know, going to therapy or saying I cannot be like that because and then the energies come in me and I mean I take in everything from everyone, but no, the beauty the it's so nice that you are able to feel it, like you were saying before, but it's only for you to learn to manage it,
yes,
but not block yourself to not to feel it, because then you're blocking who you are and you're blocking your gifts. It's really more about embracing it, understanding it, acknowledging it, and so you already by acknowledging it, you already know it's not your energy; it's the energy of someone else.
yep,
And you're respecting that, you're seeing it, and you're saying, okay, it's hers or his and not mine. And that's the way you are able to separate it, but not blocking yourself of feeling it, because then you're losing something beautiful of yourself.
right. And uh, there are ways actually to help people heal,
Mhm, mhm,
especially if you're empathic. There
mhm,
are ways to help people heal from what's happening within them. So, but our first, it's not for us to take on, but we can help them. We can return healing to them without taking it on. And there are
mhm,
some beautiful processes for that I use, especially when I do in-person events,
mhm,
something of that nature. But yeah, it's
mhm,
maybe we can talk about that another time.
mhm. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. So beautiful.
it is.
We will, well, we today, I appreciate your time, Michael, and also the time of all our listeners
Absolutely.
that have been here with us. Um, thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Jeanette. Yes, thank you for co-creating this beautiful experience
Mhm,
with me. And I intend that this podcast will find the people it needs to find, and support the people that are best supported
Hmm.
through this wisdom. I intend that every day, and I thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.